HelloFresh is also an owner of Factor. So Factor is pre-made meal plans. If you don't like to cook your own meals with HelloFresh, you can use the link in my comment section and you can pick your meals from Factor. In the link, you get some free meals as well. So if you guys don't want to take the time to go ahead and cook the meals like I did with HelloFresh, you can go ahead and order your own meals through Factor. The meals are amazing. They have breakfast, they have protein shakes, they have smoothies. So if you guys want to use Factor, go ahead and hit that link in the comment section. It's amazing. go ahead and make sure you click that link, get you some Teach Hanley, and support the Media Man YouTube channel, and also support Teach Hanley. Got to do better. Protection, get tested. You got to put these plans into action to make sure that we are protected and get these numbers down. These things are preventable. I mean, it's not going to always be 100%, but we got to do our part. It's that simple, because our numbers are leading the pack for chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis. Protect yourselves.
I brought some cookies. You want to try a cookie? You want to try from...
Stop.
Dude, it'll be fun.
You're fat as f***.
Yeah.
You want to be fat?
Yeah, dude. Being fat's fun.
Your mind is full of shit. That's not okay. It's not okay. It's not acceptable. You need to work harder.
I don't want to be doing work.
You roll your fat ass out of bed and all you want is some fucking damn cinnamon buns and shit.
Yeah, I love that.
Man, you are a piece of shit.
Ah,
What kind of pussy you are, man. If you get off your ass and you start moving.
I don't want to work that hard.
You're not a man. You're no fucking man, dude. Like,
I'm sorry, I
you're a
can't.
fat, sloppy motherfucker.
Oh, really, sir?
Do you want to be a bitch today? You're in the fucking dungeon. You have a good chance of being
Oh, my God. You want to a fat guy? What a fucking nerd.
you.
What's good? Welcome to a special edition of Media Man Live. I am back. If you guys see the smile on my face, I'm laughing at David Goggins. That's one of my favorite skits, man. But that's how men hold each other accountable. But yeah, on these Wednesdays, I'm definitely not dressed up. I don't want to be showing up to folks that come on the panel. You know, just keep it casual as we speak. But what up, chat? Man, I see everybody in the building. What's good? We got Mona D and Mona noticed that. Mona said, congrats on the 24K. I appreciate that. Thank you. If you guys don't know, we just eclipsed 24K. And also, huge shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. He just reacted to my prison video for Dr. Umar. And yeah, the page, I mean, I just hit 24,000 subscribers while I was in the gym today. And I'm almost at 100 additional subscribers. And I'm pretty sure that's accredited to O'Shea Duke Jackson reacting to my video. So I definitely appreciate him for that. Very grateful for his services. And yeah, man, it's only up from here. We close to 25,000. Who would have thought? Not me. I mean, I have high hopes, but I'm just like, wow, this is all amazing. It's a surreal feeling, you know, just to see how the platform has grown in regards to businesses, hiring folks. I mean, man, we going to take this to the moon. You know, it's only great things that, you know, it's only up from here. So I definitely appreciate that. And, you know, if you guys feel the need to go ahead and send this cash out to super chats in, I would greatly appreciate it. So, yeah, so we're going to get right to it. Like I said, this is going to be a call-in show, but I got a couple things that I want to address before we get into the show. However, I want you guys to call in so we can discuss, is $50,000 annually enough? Because I've seen a lot of pushback, and this is what tends to happen when we focus the attention on men. And it's okay. I'm prepared. I was used to it, you know, so I made sure that I spent enough time in the comment section trying to explain a little bit further in regards to what I'm talking about. One of the biggest things that I see guys in the comment section say is that $50,000 is enough. Yeah, it's enough if you want to make it work. And we're trying to get past that. That is a generational curse that the Black community has been faced with for years. And I've been very vocal. If you guys are new here, I got married in 2001, long time ago, military marriage, right? Met a young woman, thought she was pretty, got married, was not ready to take care of a wife. Definitely was not ready to take care of my beautiful daughter, my 19-year-old daughter at the time, in regards to finances. I had all the love to give, right? Love was there. You know, I loved my daughter. I loved my my ex-wife, but I did not have the finances to back up that love, because what I saw when I grew up was making it work, right? And this is what a lot of Black folks tend to fall. This is the pitfall that we fall into. It's like, yeah, man, as long as we make it work, we make a little bit of money. We have to rob Peter to pay Paul. And we're trying to get past that. And from what I see with that $50,000 mark, guys are saying, yeah, I'm good. But you have to remember, inflation, goods and services, the prices went up. COVID set us back. All those stimulus checks, yeah, we're feeling the effects of that right now, right? So you guys see everything go up. Everything, the prices are going up. So if you're not a high earner, which most men aren't, you're going to need two incomes to sustain an adequate family household. Now, you, $50,000, yes, you have nobody to worry about. You take care of yourself. You can even travel. But if you take on a wife and one child, you have to make more than $50,000. Nobody has ever heard me say anything about you need to make $100,000 a year. I didn't say that. I said you need to make more than $50,000. I'm just giving you an adequate description on what you're facing. That $87,000 mark is real. I went to multiple different sites. As I stated in my first video, you can go to multiple different sites and they'll tell you $70,000 is good, $72,000. You know what I did? I went to 15 different finance sites and I calculated the number of all those sites, put them together, and it came out to $87,000, right? So that's where we're going to start. 50,000, 87,000. So yes, if you want a family, please, you got to make more so you can get out of that make it work mentality, because I seen that and it just hurts my heart when I hear guys say that. You know, you may not be able to do this, you may not be able to save, you may not be able to invest or buy a home, but we can make it work. Brother, we got to get out of that, right? So let me get to some of these comments. Let me see if we got any super chats. Yeah, man, see, it's funny when we talk about the guys, It's no super chats. It's all good. Y'all like F Media Man. It's all good, brother. Look at that. See? Reese Johnson said, we got to make it work. Neo. I know that song. What's good, brother? Danny G, what is going on? He said, Media Man, the statistical god in this space. Fact over feeling. Dope. Absolutely, brother. Appreciate you being here, man. Hey, I know that ain't my man Danny. Is that my man Danny from Facebook? Let me know. Robert Harris said, keep preaching to black men, go into tech fields. Yeah, tech is a good space, good money in there. We covered that a while back on my finance and jobs episode. I'm going to have to link that up and put that in there. Cerebral Inquirer, what's good? He said, didn't you say the average black man with merged incomes, the average black woman would work? I didn't catch it all, but that video about can average black men provide for average black women? Yes, I absolutely did. You combine those two incomes. If black men make $46,000, if black men make $46,000 a year, black women make $41,000 a year, what's that magical number put together? $87,000. Wow. Who knew? So I don't know why this is a huge, issue. But yes, if you put those two incomes together, we could. You can raise a family. You can save a little bit. You can invest. You can travel, buy you a home, right? But for some odd reason, man, we can't see eye to eye, and it's sad. But we gonna get there. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and Cerebral said, but inflation definitely changed this. Yeah, I keep telling folks, everybody ain't as privileged, and I don't know, man. We got to social media messed up everything. Like people see these stars going to what is it? Then Michael Rubin just have his white party. I think that's his name. He had his white party. You see all those millionaires and billionaires all dressed in white, having a good time, brother. That's a small percentage of the black community. And we got it mixed up. It seems like everybody get money. But no, it's not true. So yeah, let's see here. Danny, both people work and the man manages the money. If she had disagree, well, she can go pay 100% on her own. Yeah, and that's one of the things that's mildly confusing to me when women say that. Well, I'm not going 50-50, but you're going to pay for everything by yourself? I don't understand the logic, but it makes sense to them. I don't know how, but it is what it is. And that's what's funny about women. I'm like, man, and before I say this, pause. If I was a woman, my first goal would be to get married. You're literally getting some guy to take care of you. And he gets to protect you, and he provides for you, and he can listen to all the BS y'all talking about. And you can convince some man to provide for you. And y'all don't want that? It's funny to me, like women is like, yeah, I'd rather be independent, but you can literally convince or use your feminine energy to get some man to take care of you. Wow. If men had that had that privilege, men would be walking around married. But yeah, ladies, I don't understand the logic behind that. You like, yeah, I'd rather do it on my own. Okay, soul sister. Let's see here. Eclectic Agitator, what's good, brother? Good to see you here. He says the wait is over, top-notch edutainment. Appreciate that, man. I'm glad y'all started to notice. Like, it's always something in these live streams that I'm trying to educate on. And we got a superstar in the building, Passport Bro extraordinary, Jay Fleming in the building. What's going on, my guy? Chilling over there. Where you at? You in Colombia right now? Let's see here. Reese Johnson again. He says, can barely get the needle in his arm. Oh, you talk about my blood work video. You know, it's funny, man. I have a video of when we were in the field and we were training nurses on how to get field IVs. And after a while, they stopped having me. They pulled me from the training because they didn't want the nurses to get off easy because my veins show so well when you're trying to practice. So I was literally getting stuck by stuck by multiple needles from different nurses, like 5 to 10. I'm used to it. I mean, I don't have any type of fear of needles. So they kept using me to train on. And they was like, you know what? Nah, get him out of there. Let's get somebody else where you actually got to find the vein so you can use it. I actually posted that video. It was pretty funny. Pool Man, what's good? He said, Hawk, Media Man, smash that button. Man, thank you, brother. Chaos Rain Show. Man, that's a cold-ass name. I like that. Chaos Rain Show. He said, what's good, Media Man? What's going on, good brother? Danny G, average man with average. Did I oh, okay, I read that. Okay. Smoke and Talk in the building. Another celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore in the building. What up? Man, hey, it's good money over there. Y'all got to go check in the Smoke and Talk. Man, it's like I keep saying, it's like family reunion. Good to see y'all in there, man. Thank you. Let's see here. Ron, what's good? Always good to see Ron in here. Absolutely. Look at that. Eclectic Agitator. You Can't Hurt Me. One of my top 5 books that I've ever read. It's David Goggins. If you haven't read it, please do so. If you don't want to read, get the audiobook. It's amazing as well. LJ, what's going on? Said, did I get him? Yeah, 24K gold in the account. Absolutely. And then Cortez Smith, he said it's enough for Jose. We're going to talk about it. Let's see here. Pooh Man said, in 2001, I was 10. Are you trying to make me feel old, brother? Let's see here. Uh-oh. Okay, here. Oh, man, I missed some super chats. My bad, y'all. Got Jay Fleming with the $4.99 super chat for the private jet fund. Absolutely. I've been on the website, went on TikTok actually, and found some pages where they sell, these private jets. I've been doing my research right now, which ones I want. You know what I'm saying? Give it about 2 or 3 years. I'll be ready to purchase in all cash. But my man Jay, hey, that's how we, hey, think big. Sean and One, what's good with the $4.99 super chat? Appreciate that, good brother. Thank you. Man, always appreciate the super chats, man. These definitely help. Thank you. Brian Johnson, what's good? He said, bro, I'm a single black man with no kids making $82K a year, and I still be making it work. Hey, where you live at, Brian? That's funny. Reed Johnson, Obsidian, said years ago, the biggest problem in the community, is that how you say that? Community is that black men and black women can't get along. I mean, I see it. Yeah, it's tough. Oh, man. Oh, wait. Brian said, this was a follow-up. He said, but I'm a certified passport bro, and my girlfriend is in Medellin, Colombia. I'm about to move out there full time and live like, oh, yeah, you good. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, if you living in Colombia making that much money, $82,000 a year, brother, you should be sitting on the throne somewhere. Oh, man. Let's see here. Ryan W. I'm going through, like I said, this is, pretty somewhat informal, but I want to make sure y'all get y'all shine. Ryan W. But as soon as we start the show getting a little further, I'm going to have to limit the ones that I read to the super chats because these call-in shows are amazing. So, I want to give those brothers time to shine as well. Ryan W. says, social media is like money. Money doesn't change a person. It only amplifies who they really truly are. Social media is the same way. Only now you're able to cast a wide net. That's pretty good. Anthony Yates, it's good. He says, I'm in Cali. 130K, 130,000 is needed. Minimum 80K was a struggle for me when I was married. I'm comfortable at 130. Man, that's a good amount of money, brother. And that's another question that we're going to talk about. I want to see where everybody lives, because if you think that $50,000 is good for one person, and you have a family or a household of 3, I want to know where you live and where are you making it work, because I can promise you this: there is no state that is saying that the minimum household income is 50,000. If my research is correct, I'm gonna go up there. I'll check it, but I don't think it's gonna be good. Rich Turner, what's good? So with the $10 super chat, appreciate that, bro. Supporting black male media, absolutely. On the wood, good brother. I'm gonna have to get that. Let me Star that. I like that on the wood. That's cool. Appreciate that, brother. Always good to see you in here, man. Let's see here. Let's see. Get your passport, gentlemen. Travel. I appreciate your work, my brother. Hey, you get straight to the point with that title. I like that. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Pooh Man, 55 with 118,000. Man, I just did that. I don't know if you guys seen my video that I posted today that I referenced Graham Stephan, and we talked about the different age ranges. It was an amazing video. It's being received very well because there was a lot of men that didn't know where they ranked in regards to age, with net worth, with earnings, annual earnings, all of that. I put that in that video. So if you haven't watched it, please go back and do so. I think that was one of my best videos. Let's see here. Claude Mabry, what's good? He said, I like your content as a middle-aged black man who hasn't made more than 160K in 12 years in Houston. Hey, my city. I appreciate the balance of your show. Hey, thank you, good brother. I'm glad you noticed that. Thank you. Trucker G Dub, what's good, man? What's up, big dog? I had to pull up and support the show. I actually made it to the gym tonight. 50K can't be the end game, fellas. Absolutely. Great message. Where you at, Trucker G? Hopefully you safe on that road, good brother. Good to see you back in there after your last trip. Let's see here. And okay, so Cassium in New York, what's going on? He said in New York City at 287,000. That dude is balling. I like to see that. One of these men of value in here. Good job, brother. Let's see here. Robert Harris, I'm around 140K annually. Pretty comfy in Jacksonville. Yeah, absolutely, man. You doing very well. Okay, cool. Adele, Georgia, Anytime Fitness. Absolutely, man. Good. Yeah, Anytime Fitness. I remember one of my good friends, he's a trucker, and he used to always stop in there. I think they have like a global pass or something like that he used to pay, but I think it's only like $10 a month. So yeah, it's good. That's a good price range. Got me thinking about going there. It's funny. We talk about fitness gyms. I just got a special invite to visit Equinox Gym. So I'm going to get a VIP tour to Equinox Gym. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard what Equinox Gym is. Very high price, supposed to be upscale gym, but they contacted me through Amex, and they said that, hey, we want to show you our gyms if you consider moving gyms. So I was like, hey, y'all a little bit farther away from where I live, but I will definitely take you up on a tour of the gym. And they said that they would give me a free week's workout, so I'll be able to work out there for free for a week if I just take a tour of Equinox Gym. So later this week, I will be at Equinox taking a tour. I'll probably get some video for you guys just to show you how it is in there. And then also I have my rental meeting with my realtor. So she's going to walk me through the process of renting in Houston, renting out my home in Houston. I told you guys in my video that, yes, that is what I'm doing. This will be my second rental property, and then I'm in the market to purchase a home in the River Oaks or Woodlands area. So I've been working with her to get that settled and situated so I can view some of these houses, me and my girl. So, yeah. So I'll be definitely on the market. Let's see here. That's another one. Ron said in Los Angeles, California, making $80K a year, but that probably adjusts to around 40 to 50K to other parts of the country. Yeah, man, California is tough. I'm from California, so I know. Alex, man, appreciate it. Alex Morales became a new member. Thank you, you guys. Those memberships mean a lot because that means that you guys have no problem with donating to the show on a regular basis. Man, can't thank you enough, brother. Appreciate that, man. That means a lot. Please make sure y'all become members of the show. It's definitely a great way to support the platform without even thinking about it. Thank you, bro. And then Brian Johnson said Equinox is nice. I'm in Dallas, by the way, for now, but Equinox is the gym. If you got the money for it, and I was doing the figures, and I get somewhat of a, and I don't know if you guys know how the government works. The government is tied into a lot of places. So I get a small little discount. So I was running the figures. Right now, I'm Lifetime Fitness member. So I pay about, I think it's $136 a month. So if I go to Equinox, my monthly charge to be a member of Equinox will be around 196. So it's not too much of a difference, but I mean, it is almost $200. So I want to see what this gym is all about and see if it's worth it. And now I'm gonna tell you like this: if they give me like if it's like some service where you get free massages or something like that, I'm all in. If they say that, yeah, with your membership, you get to use the massage services for free, and I'm gonna stop the tour right there and be like, hey, take my money. But I doubt that. We'll see. I'll get some video for y'all. Robert Harris says, and can work anywhere where there's reliable internet. Oh man, you good. Considering a second home in Kenya or Ghana. Yeah, and also check out, I don't know if you guys have been watching Austin Hollerman. He's been touring Africa. He's giving y'all some great content. I think the last video that I've seen was one that he put out today about how luxury living in Kenya. So yeah, so you that may be something that you should check out, man. It's I'm glad that he's over there in the continent showing it. That's amazing. So check him out. Brother's doing great things over there. Let's see here. Cam, Cam from TMR Radio became a member, another member. Y'all, man, y'all blessing you, boy. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Sweet Jesus. Thank you, brother. Man, that means a lot. Saint Cyr, 28, 55K in Florida, currently working on a career transition to data analytics. You know what's funny, Saint Cyr? I'm actually working on a show for data analytics. That is my field. So I'm actually doing a free, somewhat crash course in regards to what data analytics are, how you run SaaS programs, and how we figure, get our figures in regards to our data and statistics. Yes, I am working on a show to where it's going to be like a free course to give you an introduction to data analytics. And that's not to say that you may be already educated in that, but that's for everybody. I'm going to give that show out for free. It's not going to be for members, it's going to be for everybody. So if you're interested in data collection, please make sure you tune in, because I could talk about it all day. So yeah. But I won't bore y'all. I'm gonna try and make it spicy. My man Kevin C with the $5 super sticker. Appreciate that, good brother, as always. Man, Kevin always supporting you, boy. Man, I always can count on my good brother Kevin. Thank you, bro. Let's see here. Kessium says at Equinox, you're paying for networking opportunities with other high value members, priceless. Oh, okay. I'm gonna see what's going on over there. So Amex, they promote Equinox heavily. I don't know if you guys are Amex Platinum members or have American Express cards. They send you notifications for all that stuff. But I think after I came back from my last trip traveling, I forgot what I did. My income increased, so I increased the limit or whatever recently, and they sent me some free stuff. So, and that was in it. That free tour or whatever to Equinox. So I'm gonna definitely check it out and see. There we go. DJ Johnny Domino. He said, salute media man. O'Shea sent me. Yeah, I just gave him a shout out. Like I said, this the subscribers have went up almost 100 for him reviewing that video. So I definitely grateful and appreciate it. And welcome to all the new members. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Robert Harris, if you ever need any development assessment, please feel free to hit me up. Full stack developer. Oh wow, database developer, etc. Yeah, we're gonna definitely have to check in. Yeah, but yeah, I will be in touch, brother. Alex Morales, Amex Platinum membership is really only good for Equinox Fitness app. They may have changed it to count for membership, but I'm not sure. I'll ask some questions. I mean, I'll see. Make a note. No, I'll start this. Yeah, I'll ask all the questions that I need to. I just got Amex business account. So I'm pretty much tapped into. I'm all in with Amex. So yeah, I'll ask some questions and give y'all some feedback if you're interested in that. I'm not sure if you guys are interested in another video of Amex Platinum and all the benefits, Equinox Gym membership. I will definitely make a video out of it and put it on the stream. Like I said, I'm not there yet in regards to the black card. I'm nowhere near the black card invite yet, because you need to spend a certain amount of money a month or a year, and I'm definitely not there yet. So I'll work towards it. We'll see. Let's see here. All right. So I got all caught up. Let me see if I got all the super chats and cash apps. Let me run one through. Cool. All right. And like I said, thank you guys for the super chats. I appreciate it so much. So let's get into this first topic. And this is actually a lesson for the guys. One of the things that I noticed in the comment section is that there were men, I wish I would have put pictures, but I didn't want to act like I'm shaming these guys. But there were multiple men in various comment sections of my videos when I'm touching on finances and men. They kept saying, I'm a good guy. I'm a good man. I make this amount of money. I look like this, but I'm still not getting the women that I want, right? They were branding themselves good men, right? So I know that you guys get upset when you hear women say, I'm a good woman, because the next question that you ask is, well, how do you know that you're a good woman? Who told you that you're a good woman? Who validates that you're a good woman? And I'm going to show you something. This is not anything new in regards to saying that, hey, I'm a good woman or I'm a good man. I should be winning. I should be able to get this, this, and this. But let me show you this video from a familiar face. And we'll talk about it in a second. Here we go.
Fairness doesn't mean you get an outcome.
Let's go back.
Fairness means you get an opportunity. Fairness doesn't mean you get an outcome.
Oh my God.
You get an interview, not guaranteed a job.
No, you're not. But I work very, very hard to ensure that I keep it.
Well, if that's the case, you should. If that's the case,
Right?
if that's the case, then if that's the case, you should be able to secure the things you want. So you should have no problem. Oh no, you just said you work very hard, so you should get the outcomes. See, if hard work was all that required, then we would almost be guaranteed. Hard work gets you a ticket to the dance. It doesn't guarantee you the top spot. How many? Who lost the Super Bowl, guys?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Can you say they worked hard this year?
Very hard.
Number two. Men don't worry about fairness. We worry about winning. And to the victor goes the spoils.
That's one of the greatest comments that the late great Kevin Samuels had, or the greatest takes in regards to saying that, hey, I'm doing this, I should be winning. And the reason why I wanted to share this is because I understand, guys, that you may be doing big things. You may be making a certain amount of money. You may be ripped in the gym. You may be over 6 feet, right? But that doesn't guarantee you that you're going to get a good woman. So when you hear people say, I'm a good man, I'm a good woman, that may be true, but that doesn't guarantee you anything. And like Kevin Samuel said, it guarantees you a job interview, so to speak. You get a chance, but that doesn't guarantee anything. So when you have these disclaimers by saying, hey, I'm a good man, I should be getting this, or why not, why am I not getting this out of the women? Because everybody won't win, right? And that's just the harsh truth about it. I understand. And it seems like men understand when women say that, when women say, I'm a good woman, we question it. We say, how? How do you know that? Because if you don't have a man to validate that, what does that tell you? Nobody can tell you, or you can't tell yourself that you're a good man bending off of what you're talking about. You may be good at something, but if you're basing yourself off being a good man or a good woman in a relationship, then people are going to ask, where's your relationship? Are you married? Right? So yes, saying you're a good man is cool and all, but if you're using it in the context of why you're not in a relationship, you need somebody to validate that. Right? And that's just how it is. Not talking about anything else. You can be a stand-up guy, never been to jail, which is normal, right? You can volunteer. You're a good person. You're a good man. You're a good woman. But when you're talking about relationships, You need somebody to validate that, right? So yeah, so I understand you want to say I'm a good man, but I just wanted to put that message out there. So let me get to some of these comments. Hopefully y'all understood what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Free agent Triple OG was good. He says some convos are too intelligent for some folks. She's lost. Let's see here. Bijou Cassell. Does this person not know anything about unions or federal jobs or law enforcement jobs? Nearly impossible to get fired. Huh? I don't understand. Not you, my guy, the guy you just played the clip of. I don't understand. Hold on. What state do you live in, by the way? If you live in who are you asking? Man. All right, moving on. Ron Alexander said, I remember this. Free. Okay, got that one. Cool. It's your fault. It says it's Chance at 300 pounds, accept me as I am. LOL. I agree, medium man. Cool. Let's see. Mass file. You laughing. Yeah, I don't have time for foolery. Okay. I told y'all, man, I don't play. I mean, content aside, I know people, well, I want content. You should just, no, I don't have time for that. Kessium says you have to possess direct cues for intimacy in women. Lots of men are too nice and it's costing them attraction. Yeah, sometimes you have to walk a fine line in regards to being the nice guy and the bad boy, so to speak. And I know it's tough, but like I said, when we're talking about branding ourselves as good men, what context? If it's a relationship, like I said, I'm not going to rehash it, but I just want guys to understand, yeah, you may be a great man, but that doesn't guarantee that you're going to win on the dating market. And that's just the harsh truth, right? Let's see here. Project 007 was good. He said, being a good man isn't enough. Have an edge to yourself, gentlemen, and stop giving people the benefit of the doubt until they prove themselves. It's a good message. And there was recently there was a woman, she caught a lot of flack for saying that being a good man isn't enough. And it was kind of sad because she was telling the truth. I mean, it's not enough. You have to, I mean, it's a lot of good men out there. If we have 100 men, probably 99 of them gonna say I'm a good man. So you got to compete with them too, right? We gotta be honest about it. Let's see here. Cortez Smith said, K, the problem in this society is just being respectful. Its process is too nice. Yeah, that could be one of the issues. I agree. Stefan / educated Tyrone, that's cold. Great to see the growth in your channel, Medium Man. You were putting out good content for a while, just overlooked last year because you don't do the clickbait drama stuff. Yeah, and I understand, man. It's very tough to kind of keep a clean profile or clean platform and put out some stuff that's hopefully beneficial. I understand it. But yeah, we here, man. We almost to 25,000. That's crazy, right? Thank you, bro, for supporting, man. I'm glad you've been following for a while. Man, let's see here. Stefan says being a good man and being attractive are two separate things. Too many men conflate the two. That's a good message. Yeah. Ron Alexander, good can be subjective. That's absolutely true. So y'all get it. I'm gonna back off. Y'all get it. Cool. So, all right. And I actually saved this next video for those who want to come up and we'll introduce that. But first, let me open up the chat. Let me get that. And please make sure y'all get the likes up. Also get the super chats and the cash apps up, because once we get the guys up here or the ladies up here, and ladies, please do not be shy. I want you guys on this platform as well. Like I said before, we are literally coming up on having 30% of women on my platform. That's pretty crazy for a black man in a dress well. Let's just say that much. I know Kevin Samuels had a lot of female subscribers. However, if you guys didn't know, yes, we are almost at 30 women, but y'all never come up. Like I said, it's very respectful here. Men know how to handle themselves. These are very respectful gentlemen on my platform, so nobody is going to get dunked on, right? So yeah, so ladies, you want to come up, please do so. You are welcome. Let's see here. You know, the ladies be in here. You know what's funny? And this used to happen on Facebook. The ladies would be watching my stream because I have a large, contingent of women over there, and they would watch, never comment, and then after the show, they would send me an IM. I like the topic that you was talking about. I'm like, well, say something. You could talk. Let's see here. All right, so I'm gonna drop the link in here. What Ron say? 30% is looking at your arms and Jimmy. I hope that's not it, man. Hey, if that's it, they need to start paying me. Here we go. So if y'all boys want to come up, and ladies, please click that link. And these shows, these Wednesday shows are for you all. I'm gonna just try and play the black background. I'll be in, I'll give my 2 cents here and there, but I want to give you guys a chance to express your issues in regards to 50,000. Is that enough? So the link is there. Who's brave enough to come up? Let me drop the link for them. I got to get better at dropping the link for the Cash Apps and stuff. Hold on. Because I know I'll be slacking. Let's see here. Or the reminder. Here we go. Cool. And let me drop the link. Okay, we got Rich Turner in the building. Let's see here. I'm going to pull you up in a second, bro. Give me 1 second. And here you guys go one more time for the link. All right, let me bring Rich Turner up. What's going on, good brother? How you?
What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
Doing well, man. I've seen you in multiple different panels and things of that nature, man. So I'm actually feel honored to see you in my chat section, man. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. I appreciate you having me up here.
Oh yeah, man. So I'm gonna let you cook. What you got on the topic? So the main topic is 50K enough to raise a family of 3: husband, wife, kid.
Nah. So on my channel, I talk about it a little bit. I'm a plant manager for a Fortune 500 beverage company.
Wow. Okay, good.
So I have over 100 people that I'm in charge of leading, right? And a big part of that is working with a lot of brothers. A majority of my workforce is brothers.
Okay.
And what I try to do is, and it's kind of one of the things that I've been blessed and gifted with, is figuring out how to get all of these different personalities to work together. Mm-hmm. But where it starts to kind of come apart is when you start stretching people, right? And $20 an hour, I think, is $41,600 a year, if I'm not mistaken. That $50,000 mark, to get them to 25, $30 an hour, well, you typically have to be multifaceted. You have to know how to do a lot of different things. You have to be able to influence. Maybe you have to lead a smaller team. And that's normally where a lot of brothers begin to have the issues, because what works in the environments that some of us come from don't necessarily work in the workplace.
Right.
So what I specialize in is really trying to get that breakthrough to brothers, really try to expand their horizons, open their minds up, because as you said, that 50,000 is not enough. It's not, man. With inflation, I was just watching a video earlier today where they were talking about the price of vehicles are going up. You know what it looks like if you go to Walmart and spend $150 today versus what it looks like a year and a half, 2 years ago, right? So that's the part that I wish that brothers would consider, is that inflation is real. You're talking about, back in the day, I remember my first apartment was, I think I paid like $650 for a 1-bedroom studio apartment. It was probably like, maybe like 750 square feet. I thought I was really doing something, but you're not going to find, those days are long gone. You're looking at people paying, $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 for apartments, almost just as much as mortgages. So 50,000 is not enough. It's not that it doesn't make you a horrible person if you are not at that mark. It just means you have some more work to do.
Right. Yeah, and that was excellent, man. I appreciate that. And like I said, I'm not here to I don't want this to come off as bashing, fellas. I know we don't kind of use that language over here, but this should be informative, and just based off of the different interactions that I got from people who know about how the economy works and the inflation and things of that nature, they answer pretty much like you. They'll say the same thing as like, no, it's not enough because they understand. But from what I've learned from reading all the comments, I think I've read 100 of them. And most of the guys, they keep saying, yeah, for me, I'm making it in this place, but I keep trying to tell them I'm talking about a family. And since we already determined that most men really want to get married, they're not interested in being in this hookup culture. I've done multiple videos about that. And most of the guys say, no, this is toxic. So what else is there? There's marriage. And with marriage, you have to take care of a wife, right? And that's not to say that she's going to be, she has to deal with going 50-50 and can't submit to you. I already tackled that. If a woman thinks like that, then she doesn't understand how this current economy works, right? So yeah, so when I say $50,000, get it out of your head that I'm talking about you, because you can make it work with your, by living by yourself. But that family, that's what y'all want. So yeah, go ahead. If you got anything more to add, man, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, the other piece too, the hack to this is that passport, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's really one of the things that I talked about it on another stream. I just hired a brother last week, $89,000 a year for a supervisor position.
Mm-hmm.
And during the course of the interview, travel came up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a passport bro, right? But that's the hack, gentlemen, is to, surviving in the US, man, is an expensive endeavor, especially when you start talking about dating in the US. That Applebee's may be cool, and maybe you find a salt of the earth, good old Midwestern sister that is gonna stay down with you, and she's gonna put her 30,000 with your 40, 50,000, and everything will be all right. But the reality of it is that the internet has made the world a smaller place.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that for a lot of brothers, get that passport, at least get out and travel and see the world. I was lucky enough to get mine as a part of my job as I kind of moved through the ranks. But even for myself, and I'm well over the 50,000 mark, obviously, but hey man, get that passport, brothers, and experience what it's like to live like a king. Because here, you may catch lightning in a bottle, but the reality of the situation is that dates are expensive, car notes are expensive, going out buying new fits are expensive, gas is expensive, inflation is always going to be a factor. So I think that is the hack for brothers who are not there yet, but never stop trying to earn more and get better every year. That's one of the things that I really want to put out.
Yeah, continuous process improvement. That's one of the things that we used to use in the military. And I definitely agree with your comments about the passport. I always tell, especially young guys, I'm like, hey, don't make a decision about marriage until you travel a little bit and see what you see out there, because it's a different world over there, and also where you may want to live, know. And just like one of the gentlemen said in the comment section, he said that, I'm on the cusp of moving to Medellin, Colombia with $82,000. And I'm like, brother, you're gonna be good over there. So especially, with your family or whatever, but in the States, it's very tough. Right. So y'all just keep that in mind, make sure you got that passport so you have at least some leverage on the dating market, because currently a date around the country, I think the average cost is about $98. Right. So, and that's not even including gas. That's not including tip, so
bottle of cologne, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you have to get you a pair of ugly socks. If you're anything like me, I like to wear the ugly socks and some loafers, Yeah, man, it can get up there, man. Another thing too, brother, is for the brothers in the chat, and this is something that I've personally done, bro. Whatever your dream is, right? You have to work to fund your dream too. You know what I mean? Like, so if your dream is to, in my case, it was to start a metal fabrication shop, right? I had to buy bead rollers. I had to buy English wheel. I had to buy a car hauler. I had to buy a truck to haul the cars. I have a lease payment on my shop. Permits, right? Certain type of fire extinguishers that need to be changed out. CNC plasma tables, plasma cutters. And now you can go in and finance all of that stuff. For me, I was like, I want to buy cash, and I'm willing to wait it out over the course of a couple of years so that I don't have to finance any of this stuff. So, you know, whatever your dream is, brothers, like, think about it that way too. Like, are you willing to work hard to earn the income, to finance your dream, to break free so that every day doesn't feel like work? You know what I mean? I trust me, I enjoy what I do. I've been blessed. I'm really good at it. But I'm working to fund my dream. I don't want to punch anyone else's clock past the age of 45. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for right now, between now just turning 40 a month or two ago, between now and 5 years, anything goes. If they told me, hey, man, you got to go and work in Ukraine, and when you finish, you got to go work in Russia, and then we're going to send you to Syria, I'll be like, all right, shit, give me a flak jacket and let me know where the plan is, you know?
Yeah, I had a similar conversation with one of my close friends, consider my brother. He's at a crossroads, and I'm gonna pull you up in a second. Matter of fact, let me get you up right now, good brother. Hold on, and I'm gonna let you introduce yourself because I definitely don't want to. I don't want to butcher your name. Hold on one second. Did it come off mute? No, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, go ahead, brother. Hey, I'm gonna give you let you have the floor so you can introduce yourself. Please say your name before I butcher it.
It's brother Amun Hotep and Ra.
Okay, Amun Hotep and Ra. Let me make sure. Amun.
Amun, yes.
All right, Amun, what's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. You know, it's funny that you had brought this up because I had just finished watching the video you had did with the Graham Stephan joint.
Yeah.
And I was saying that I've been following Graham Stephan since like 2018. So
I seen that comment. Okay, cool.
right. So I've been like really been on my finances. Graham Stephan, Andre Drake, me, Kevin, a lot of the influencers per se. Like I watch them. I don't follow them too much because they got a lot of stuff. When they be talking, I'd be like, nah.
I like me, Kevin.
Yeah. But 50K is not. I was just talking to somebody about that. It's worse for me because I'm in New York City, but luckily I do pretty well for myself. I'm actually in law enforcement.
Okay.
So, you know, with the overtime and stuff, it's pretty good, but it's still a struggle.
Yeah.
You know, especially living in New York City, in Brooklyn, it's like every time I turn around, the second you have one thing that's good, something else comes up. And then that also costs, and then this and that. And I also have children as well. So it's not, I mean, I hear people say, oh, I can do it on 50K. And I'm looking at the environment and I'm looking at banks, fast food places closing, Walgreens is closing and things like that. And I'm like, these are billion-dollar companies and they can't make it. So how is the average person like, oh, I'm good on 50K? I don't see it.
That's that make it work mentality. And like I said, I told the story when I was younger. That's what I saw, and that's all I knew. I had to get educated on how finances actually work. And one of the biggest lessons that I learned was from my sister's ex-boyfriend when I was real young. Remember, his car broke down, and he was like, "I don't know how I'm gonna get this car fixed." And I said, "Well, all you gotta do is pay for it. Like, what's the problem?" And he was like, "Man, I don't have the money." And I was like, "Well, why you don't have the money?" And he was like, "Man, because you don't account for life. Life happens." And I was like, I don't want life to happen to me. It's like,
right.
where I'm without, because that's how we're conditioned to live. Like, you don't expect your car to, get broke or whatever, or, you got to fix your car or the air conditioner to go out. Lord knows, in Houston, you have to be prepared for these things. Man, I up my home insurance to cover like appliances and things like that just in case, because it's been hot out here. So you have to plan for life. And I always remember that when I got older, when he said that to me and he didn't have the money to pay for his car. I'm like, I don't want to be in that position. So we have to get out of that mentality of thinking that making it work is good, in particular good for a wife. And real quick, and I want guys to understand, when I'm talking about you taking care of a wife, I don't know why y'all go to the negative. If you're going to pick a wife, I'm assuming that you did some vetting to make sure that this woman was worth providing for. So when I say that, please do not respond by saying, yeah, but what if she done it? Like, brother, so we're not talking about that. We talk about a woman that you actually love and want to take care of. right? So yes, I'm talking about 50K and then adding that 87,000 so you can take care of family adequately, not just making it work, like Amun said. So yeah, so when are y'all going to jump in if you got something?
Yeah, the other piece I will add too. Shout out to you, brother. The other piece I'll add too is one of the things that I did that changed my life, man, and it took me about 2 years, is I actually steered away from social media. I stood away from social media and I just locked in for 2-3 solid years, and it was life changing. You know what I mean? I think I went from maybe 50,000 a year to maybe in the 80s just in 2 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the influencer side, and I'm not saying this based on who the brother watches, but a lot of the younger brothers, I think we don't take into account how influenced they are from social media. Like I have a homeboy who's always talking about Boosie and Finesse 2 Times. And I'm like, bro, they have no game to give you, bro. Like they have no real world game to give you. So even on my channel, I try to hide the medicine in the candy. So a lot of times I may reel them in with some of the current topics, but you catch a live stream, I'm gonna be talking about growth, leadership, and the mindset that you need to have to be able to do what I've personally done. Now, the caveat and the flip to that is I can't divulge too much information because then it seems like you're flexing on them, right?
Yeah.
And you have brothers. So it's dealing with us, man. It's a labor of love because you have to try and find this balance where you tell somebody how much you make and then I've done it once before, and then they start like, you lying. That's not correct. But if anybody who subscribes to my channel, you'll see me post pictures on my community tab of me literally teaching brothers, of me literally in the field doing the work, so that whenever I do the live streams or whenever I put up like a short or something like that, it's not because I'm trying to flex on you, brother. I'm legitimately trying to share this information because I'm not going to be doing this for forever, right? I'm going to be passing you in traffic. I'm going to be passing you in the airport. I'll be coming on other brothers' channels. So that's the other thing too, is for the brothers, man, and even the sisters who watching, just be careful of the information that you take in. There's no way to get around being willfully uncomfortable. You're going to have to be uncomfortable. You're going to have to change some of the habits that you have right now. There is no quick and easy way to get money. Forex is not going to do it. Crypto is not going to do it tomorrow. You're going to have to buckle down and lock in. You know what I mean? And once you get to another thing too, and I'll land my plane here. Once you get to a certain point and you actually start making money, it's easier to make money when you have money.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You can make investments as far as, like yourself, whether it's real estate or for me, it's old classic cars. You know what I mean? I find somebody down on hard times and or it's an estate sale and they got an 85 Cutlass out there and they want 3,500 for it. I'm gonna take it, sit some rims on it and put 10,000 on it and take 8,500 for it. You know what I mean? So, but you have to have the money to be able to move like that. You know what I mean? So I'll land my plane there, brother.
Yeah, and in our community, we have money. It's just where we put it. You know, and that's the biggest issue. And you mentioned something, man. Social media is weird. You said flexing. I did a live stream where I was showing, the multiple places where I donate to. And somebody said, man, you ain't got to try and show us up because we may not have enough money to do that every month. I'm like, brother, I'm not trying to show you up. I'm just trying to show you where you can donate to or whatever. And I think I had donations from Dr. Umar in there. I used to support him in that school that still ain't built. But boys hit me about that. They were like, man, you don't. I'm like, yeah, I seen him on the Breakfast Club. I'm like, oh, I believe in this brother, and I donated to the school. You know, so I mean, but yeah, we're not trying to flex, man. I got called bougie for showing wine tasting. I'm like,
and brothers got to stop that, man. Yeah, brothers, it's such a turnoff to the brothers who legitimately want to help, but are the ones who are really out here, boots on the ground, face to face with other brothers, trying to help. It's such a turnoff, man, because just to get to that point is so damn difficult, and you don't want to be the dude who shuns his own people, right?
Right.
But you get to a certain point where you're like, hey, man, listen, this is the information. If you take it, cool. If you don't, bro, don't ask me no more questions. Don't text me. Don't call me. The information is out there, Yeah.
That's true. You want to jump in, brother?
Yeah, so for me, it's crazy when people say you flexing with your money and stuff, because it's like I'm on a certain budget, and no matter what, I do this thing called like sinking funds. Like apparently a lot of these like housewives and stuff, they've been doing this for years, right? So I have like this stuff called sinking funds, and I got if I have time, I'll show you. I have a binder, and every time I get paid, I just put $5 in, $5 in, $5 in. And at the end of the year, I'll have a stack of cash like this, and people be like, "Yo, where you get that money from? Yo, how you do that?" It's just $5 every week, brother. Like it's not. I'm just putting $5 aside, and at the end of the year, I probably have like 1,400, you know. And yeah, it's also about influencing and about the things you take in and whatnot. And also to the brother's point, it's also not about. I seen you was going over a lot of stuff today about how much money you make. From what I see, it's about how much money you actually keep and you actually put to good use. You see what I'm saying? That $5 I would have blew during the year, but because I kept it and held on to it, now I had $1,800 I can spend on whenever, you know. And to land my plane, something that I really want to recommend to people, because I really think that it's important. I'm in New York, so I think my situation is sort of different, but I make about $67,000 a year. I still go out and I pick cans. Now that may seem far-fetched to people, but I was part of a unit that actually dealt with evictions and placement and things like that. And there's one little Chinese lady. She had a bag full of cans throughout most of her whole house. So she was getting evicted, and she wanted nothing but one bag. That one bag had stacks full of cash in it, all from picking cans.
Wow.
You'd be surprised what 5 cents that you're just walking by on the street every day adds up to. I'm not even going to flex and say how much money I've gathered from it already in July, but let's just say it's more than what people don't have in their savings for emergency, which is crazy. So things that are small and minute, they tend to add up. You know, it's like the brother said, crypto ain't going to save you, you know, but I still do crypto. I still put $5 into Bitcoin or Ethereum. You know, I still have my stocks. I still have, you know, my deferred comp, my 401k. So I'm pretty much good in other areas. But especially these days, there's no excuse. There's really not really an excuse to be broke. There's so many ways and so many avenues to get money. It's really no excuse out here.
Yeah, brothers in that, man. I appreciate the comments. I know somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, there's no, what you mean? It's no." No, we're talking about able-bodied men. You know, not if you have some medical condition. We understand that. Just please don't try and add variables to this, because I know that the points are always getting misconstrued. I put up 87,000. Well, what about after taxes? And I'm like, brother, let's just stay where we at. It's funny, but
I'm talking after taxes.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I'm like, man,
that's net. I'm talking about.
Like, let's just leave it there. My man Derek Taylor with the $5 super chat, he said, "What's the number to call in?" Brother, I put the link in there twice, so all you gotta do is click that link, and I'll pull you up. But if you guys have some time, I actually want you guys to react to a video with me, and it goes into your point, Rich Turner, where you're talking about the influence of social media. So to set up this video, it's actually I don't even know the podcast name, but Fresh and Fit, they do their after hour show with the ladies, right? And they had a young woman on there that was kind of like a spy, so to speak. And the podcast, they asked her to do a screenshot of however many OnlyFans subscribers that she has before the show, and then do a screenshot of how many OnlyFans followers she had after the Fresh and Fit show. And the results weren't surprising to me, but they may be surprising to y'all. So I'm gonna have y'all react to this video with me. Here we go.
On by the chat the entire show.
Yep.
And I asked Stephanie Palomares, I said, Stephanie, before the show,
hold on, here we go. One more time.
watch the Wednesday show of Fresh and Fit. You guys remember Stephanie Palomares was getting dunked on by the chat the entire show.
Yep.
And I asked Stephanie Palomares, I said, Stephanie, before the show, I need you to screenshot how many OnlyFans subscribers you have. And then afterwards, I need you to tell me how many you have 24 hours later.
Should we all do that right now?
Yes. I think,
I already did it.
I think all of you should do that. Now, here's what happened. I've never seen a girl get dunked on more than this girl on Fresh and Fit ever. Like the whole chat was just on her the entire time. She got 1,200 paying subs in 24 hours. Guys, hold on. For those of you who can't do math because you went to public school, that's $12,000 a month. That's $144,000 a year for sitting there for 2.5 hours getting dunked on by the chat. And she wrote me later and she was like, "Yeah, it's totally worth it. I would do it again." That's what she told me.
All right. Y'all heard it, right? So that goes back to my point. Somebody lying. And I will just be completely honest with you. That actually proves a point. But before I get your guys' comments, let me just say this. It's not Fresh and Fit's fault that that happened, because they have multiple shows where they talk about fitness, credit, real estate, all types of finance stuff to make you a better man. So it's not their fault that their comment or their chat or whatever wanted to, they talked about this girl the whole show, but then as soon as she left that show, she had 1,200 new OnlyFans subscribers. Where did they come from? They came from that damn show. So that goes to my point that I said somebody is damn near lying on here. It's some hypocrisy in these spaces, and that's why I kind of called it out a little bit. Somebody, some guys took offense to me saying that somebody is lying, but from what I see, yes, some of y'all saying that you don't like these OnlyFans girls, but you're sitting there paying for their subscriptions and things of that nature. And also, I don't understand why y'all paying for something that you can get for free. Open up Instagram. You can get all the booty and breasts that you want. But before I get y'all comments, let me go ahead and bring up my man Derek. Hold on. What's going on, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right. I can hear you. Did you hear that video that I just played?
No, I was trying to get in when you were playing it.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to get Rich Turner's reaction to that video, and then we'll get to you in 1 second, brother. And I'll play the video again just to add context. Go ahead, Rich Turner. What you got?
Man, bro, I've been I deal in men's advocacy in real life, right? I briefly touched on it. Advocate for brothers, advocate for men in general, brothers specifically, right? But I also tell the brothers I would be doing you a disservice if I lie to y'all, right? And it's cool to call out the BS, and it's cool to call out the gap in relationships and understanding between black men and black women. But bro, we got to keep it a stack. Some of these brothers, some of these men, and I don't want to put it out on the brothers, right? But those OnlyFans subscriptions are real. You know what I mean? And you are funding, you're basically feeding the beast. You know what I mean? You're feeding the beast. So, we can I think especially for brothers, we're gonna try to get it on the cheap before we really just go out there and do a full-on subscription. So I think that it may be another group of men that's kind of leading the charge on that. But if there are any brothers who are participating in that, man, you feeding the beast, man. So you can't be angry at the women who say we don't need men or y'all broke, y'all dusty, when they can basically turn on their laptops or turn on their in my case, their Canon 80Ds and put on a little bit of makeup and throw on some $7 lingerie from Target or from Walmart or whatever the case may be, and then pull 12 G's a month. You know what I mean?
Yes, man. Amun, what you got on it?
And that was actually like I watched like King Riches and Pearl, not for just being a fan, but just their content. And they have a lot of guests on there. And one of the guys was just saying about what value actually is. Like, men have to create their value. Women are are born with their value. Like you can just get on a yacht at 19 where, you know, the man who had to actually get enough income and wealth to actually buy the yacht had to do way much more work than you do. And it's sad that that's the world we live in. And the OnlyFans is actually becoming sort of the gateway to what, you know, it is to get money out here. And I actually believe it. You know, a lot of men aren't getting any. So it's like when you talk about something that can be easily accessible to them, for some men, most women aren't. So if they can see a woman that wouldn't even look in their direction any kind of way, and you have the access to see it for $5 a month or something, to them it makes sense. So I have mixed reviews on it, but I still don't agree with it, and I don't participate in it. But I could see that these are the alternative routes that most men have to go through in order just to have some kind of form of excitement from any kind of woman, let alone a woman who's up there.
Yeah, and it may not be guys who are aware, but we all know that there's definitely going to be more guys without and what y'all call simps. I'm telling you, it's a lot of guys out there that aren't aware of these spaces, so they don't know any better. What I'm trying to cut down is if there are guys like on Fresh and Fit Show that are, you know, contributing to the beast, like, you know, Rich Serner said, that's a problem. That affects the whole dating market. They're gonna just continue moving with that modern woman. I don't need you because you funded my lifestyle, right? And you can't blame them for getting that money, you know, because y'all funding it. But let me go ahead and bring Jay up here, and then I'm gonna play the video for both of you all. Derek Taylor, I'm gonna have you introduce yourself, brother, and then we'll move forward. Hold on 1 second. So my man Jay. So let me get to Derek real quick. Good to see you here, man. First time I seen you on the panel, man. Welcome.
Hey, can you hear me? Good evening. How are you guys doing?
It's good. It's good.
Can you hear me?
Yep, got you.
Yeah, I'm a retired firefighter, and when I was 21 years old, I didn't have a job. I didn't do anything, and I started saying to myself, you know, I'm getting too old. I had to start to work and get a family and stuff like that, and that's why I had to, you know, apply myself and become a firefighter. You know, a lot of guys they don't understand that when you need to have a job or something more than $50,000 to have medical and dental plans, because I know a lot of guys who waste their years, you know, their 20s partying and everything, and by the time they're 30 or 40 years old, they're too old to apply themselves for a better aspiration in careers. And then, you know, when they get to my age, they don't even have their teeth. They have false teeth, and they don't have a medical plan, and they're on the government plan. So I feel that, yeah, $50,000 a year is not enough to have a family, even for yourself. I think you have to take care of yourself. And that's what I have to offer.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm glad that all you brothers are coming in. We kind of see eye to eye on this. You know, it's very tough to get this message home. So Miss Texas says picking the correct majors in college matters. My kids can only go to college for certain fields. That's a good message. Yeah, we don't need. I won't call them useless degrees. Say it again, Derek.
Yeah, I had one more. You ever heard of this book called "This Is Why You're Broke"?
No.
You ever heard that book? This is Why You're Broke. Yeah, you know, all those brothers out there, they should get that book. This is why you're broke. It's written for Black people, and you know, for Black people, and one of the things I always try to tell a brother or anybody, there's a three process plan in order to get financial security. First, you have to you gotta try to get a house. Try to buy a house. You know, don't rent. Get a house. You know, you don't want to keep paying rent. Number two, you have to have at least a year worth of salary in the bank saved up, just for emergency or whatever. And number three, get rid of your credit cards. You know, a lot of people are in credit card debt. If you do those three things, you're on your road, on your way to a road of financial security, I believe.
Yes, if you have bad financial practices, yeah, credit cards may be tough, but I'm a huge advocate, especially for the Amex Platinum and also for the rewards cards. I love using my points. So every upgrade. So yeah, it just depends on how you use them, but I definitely understand what you're saying. I actually add to that, came from an unlikely place. Lil Duval, he has a practice where he says that, man, look, if I can't afford it with cash, then I don't need it. And so he doesn't use credit cards. Hold on, let me thank you for putting that book in the back chat.
I'm gonna leave right now. Okay.
All right, hey, appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Let me bring Jay. What's good?
Man, what's going on, Medium Man? How you been, man?
Man, I've been
Hope you
chilling,
doing
man.
all right.
What's going on? The area that you got set up looking cold, man. What's going on?
Yeah, this is I'm still in Colombia. I was supposed to be gone like probably 2 months ago, but
I wonder what's keeping you in Colombia.
I don't know, man. It just things keep coming up. I keep missing my flights.
I know. I mean, hey.
But yeah, man. So let me say, Wrench Turner, he actually took the words right out of my mouth, man. Passport is the ultimate hack. As you know, I'm associated with the Passport Bros. What I try to do is I try to show men, and it's not just about women. That's why I'm glad you brought up this point. I know the women is kind of the bait to all of this. It's kind of like we're trying to show you, okay, you'll have a good time with the pretty ladies, but a lot of people don't realize the currency conversion. Okay, like a lot of places, your dollar is 5 to 1. Like in Brazil, when we were in Brazil, it was about 5 to 1. I think it went down a little bit. It's like 4 to 1 now. But even that, it's like if you're 4xing your money, I mean, why wouldn't you want to do that? And then I want brothers to realize these places aren't like how a lot of people are trying to present them, like these third world dirt road mud hut countries. You're actually living very well. I mean, if I go outside into my living room, it's like a place like this would cost you maybe like $10,000 a month, and I'm paying maybe $1,300 per month. So that's so the question is, if $50,000 a year enough? Yes, in Colombia, in Thailand, in Brazil, if you have a remote job, absolutely, it's enough.
Yeah, man. Hey, that Colombia life, it don't get no better, man. I know what you got going on over there. So look,
yeah, by the way, tomorrow is my birthday.
Oh man, okay. Are you going live
tomorrow? Yeah, I'll go live tomorrow for a little bit, but I have a few plans, obviously, but some people want to, show your boy a good time.
Bless the chat. I see you over there, and happy birthday in advance, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But I mean, really, in all honesty, I'm gonna be 37, and what I like to do is I like to take around my birthday, give me some time to reflect on how that year went. Mm-hmm. I'm not a party guy, so but I'm gonna take some time, kind of reflect on all the things I've done this year. One of my favorite things, obviously, was kicking it with you in Brazil. That was amazing, man. I'm not gonna lie, that was great.
Amazing
being in Brazil.
But and hopefully y'all seen that video where I got to link up with Jay. We got to smoke some cigars, eat some good sushi. We had a great time out there in Brazil. I encourage every black man to go to Brazil. Please do so.
Man.
Let me pull up this chart, because I see a lot of people saying $50,000. It depends on where you live and all this stuff. Let's take a look. That's why I'm here. So let's look at the numbers. Let's see what we got going on. Let me zoom that up. Can you all see that? Everybody see that on the panel? So let's start here. This is from 2021. Like I said, you can go to various different websites and they'll give you different numbers. However, NerdWallet is very respected in these spaces. I've heard people mention it before, so that's why we're here. Now, the states with the highest median incomes, median household income, was Maryland in 2021 at $97,000. Right, guys? Now, before we move into what other places are on the highest, let's go to the lowest and see where 50,000 stacks up. There we go. In Georgia, the median household income is $61,000. So if there's anybody out there that's saying Georgia is cheap, and all that stuff, $50,000, that's not reaching the median income. Y'all got any thoughts on that?
Man, that sounds about right. I keep trying to. I just hope the brothers pick up on the part where we're not ragging on the brothers, man. We're really trying to tell you from a place of love before somebody else really hit you in the face with it, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, the numbers don't lie, right?
Absolutely. Anybody else
now to speak on that, I wanna say something really important. I was homeless in 2006. This was a little bit before what was called the Great Recession then. I was younger, so I didn't know any better. I had a 2-bedroom apartment in Maryland in Suitland County. In PG County in Suitland. And I didn't know anything about a recession. I didn't know anything about people losing jobs, the housing market crashing and all of that. And I basically had a production company and I basically lost everything. And I had to come back to New York, with my tail tucked between. And I said, like you, I am never going to be in that situation ever again. And I want people to understand that whatever the medium is for that area, it doesn't really line up to what it is to another. Mm-hmm. So $10 an hour really isn't nothing in New York, but it goes pretty far in other states, depending on what it is. So it's like, okay, that may work there, but it doesn't work here. And people just think, well, I can go out there and the houses are cheap and I could live good or whatever, and be like, yeah, but my man, but you're not gonna get a $40 an hour job in New York, in Maryland. It doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? You may be making money up here like that, but when you go out there, unless you're in a certain kind of field or a certain kind of job, you're not going to be making the same amount of money that you're making out there and living a certain kind of life. So that's what I really want people to especially men, to get to know and understand, because nobody ain't saving you, brother. I can tell you that right now.
You're talking about, like cost of living and also me working for the government, we have low-cal pay, right? Mm-hmm. So that differs from every place that we go to because they factor in how much the cost of living is going to be. So that determines where I'm going to move. For example, if I stay as a GS13 step 5 and I move to North Dakota, I'm not going to be getting as paid as much as if I'm living in Houston, right? So those are the things that we have to consider. And also in regards to men wanting to, let's say a man wants to earn $50,000 and you want to earn less. It's not that many men that want to find a small town in Mississippi and they want to live there, right? So we can go, hold on, before we move forward, I think I got some counties in here so I can show y'all how many people want to live in. Let's see here. Highest, let's go to lowest cities. Here we go. Let me show y'all something real quick. And I want to hear if you guys have ever heard anybody say they want to live in this place. Bloomington, Indiana. That's where the Hoosiers play, right? Median household income is $37,000. How many of y'all brothers want to move to Bloomington, Indiana? How many people want to move to Reading, Pennsylvania, Flint, Michigan, Greenville, North Carolina, Pharr, Texas, Jackson, Mississippi, Cleveland, San Marcos? These are places that you're looking at, right? And this is not to SHIT on these places. I'm just factoring in, if you are one of these men that say that $50,000 is enough, then maybe you need to consider moving into one of these small cities. Or Detroit, a pretty big city, but the cost of living, median household is only $36,000 a year. So I'm trying to put things into perspective so you guys can truly understand that we're coming from a place of education and not trying to say that you're just doing bad. No, $50,000 is not nothing that you would just shrug off. That is it's a good amount of money for yourself. But take yourselves out of that and think about family. You're trying to build a family. You don't want your wife to be struggling, even if she has to work, which is the norm for society. 3 out of 4 women work full time who are married. We understand that, but you still don't want to have that woman struggling or living in a place where she got to duck cars every day, right? So I mean, it just makes sense. We got to get out of that make it work mentality. So did y'all have anything to add on that?
Yeah, I would say, man, I'm from Dallas, but I relocated to the Midwest for work, took a promotion, and it is drastically different, man. Like, that's the other part about money and about making that income that I also want to share with the brothers, right? Bro, I don't lose sleep at night getting the hell out of the hood. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy coming outside, grown ass man, 6'3", almost 6'4", 290 pounds. I love earthing, walking out of my front yard barefoot, standing in the grass. You know, after a long day at work, I like walking to my mailbox. The air is nice and crisp. Or if I want to take a walk to the catch and release pond in my neighborhood, like, so I want brothers to understand, like, I want that for brothers and sisters too. I know we got sisters watching, but I want that for us. You know what I mean? I want brothers to experience that. Mm-hmm. A lot of the guys that I grew up with, when they come out to the house, they even say, like, man, you actually did it, man. Like, yeah. and I'm like, bro, you can do it too. Like, what are you talking about, bro? It's possible. It's not rocket science. It's just a change of mindset. Like, and so I say all of that to say that when I look at those places like Pharr, Texas, I'm from Texas. I ain't never even heard of Pharr. Or places like Birmingham, and we know it really go down in Birmingham. Like, you want that safety too, especially when you're talking about a family. And then the influence. You don't want to be trying to raise your children on the up and up, and you send them to school and they're being reprogrammed by someone who has a completely different set of morals and standards that they do in their house. And through their children, they start to influence yours and cause problems in your house. Ask me how I know, right? So those are the things to think about. That's why the money is important, brothers, is to be able to get away from some of this stuff that not only affects you, but it has the ability to affect your family, man. Like, I want brothers to experience that,
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you putting that message out there. Definitely going to get clipped up and give you credit for that. So, as I said, I didn't want to keep you guys long. We coming up, we just passed a 90-minute mark. So I want to give you guys a chance to give your closing thoughts before we get on out of here. This was just supposed to be an educational, middle of the week stream. I won't keep y'all 3 hours like I do on my Monday shows, but yeah,
I'm at work too, so I gotta finish up myself.
I'll start with you. Go ahead, Amun. I appreciate you coming on the live stream, man. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you having me, brother. Thank you. One thing I would also like to say and advocate for is that, yes, a house is very important. I'm in the process of trying to look for a house myself, but interest rates are ridiculous. I don't know if I want to be given a large amount of what I make to a bank or institution just for borrowing at such a high rate. Be smart about it. Be smart, do your research, and find other avenues and find other ways and other means to get in certain things. There are different loans, there are different programs. Even if you have money, there's ways. And getting a home is something that's very, very important. I wish I knew this 20 years ago.
See, yeah, I hear that from a lot of guys, especially the guys that get consults and we talk about home ownership. Sometimes I have to remove myself because being retired military, 100% combat veteran, we get so many perks in regards to that process. So,
right.
I mean, when I start throwing out my interest rates for my houses, people are like, what the hell? Like, where the hell? How did you get so low? And I'm like, hey, I gave 20 years of my life, to get to this point. But yeah, I definitely understand your point. And yeah, be smart about it, guys. Don't overinvest to where you'll be strapped for funds once you get into the house, for one. Let's talk about that. But yeah, just be smart about it. But yeah, the ultimate goal is to own a house. If you can't afford something huge. Just make sure you get something that's adequate in a safe place to where you can raise your, if you want to get a family, you can raise your family there. And then you build on that and you buy another house where y'all can have a forever home. That's the goal, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I appreciate that, brother. Jay, I'm gonna let you go ahead and cook.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
You just
All right, brother. Salute. All right, so all right. Am I up?
Yep, got you.
Okay, cool. So my thoughts on it is I think this is one of the reasons I advocate so hard for the passport thing. Even the place I'm in right now, is the guy told me he paid maybe $80,000 for this place. Like I said, in like a Miami, it looks just like Miami. In a Miami, only Lord knows how much that would be. That like this place would cost so much money. But yeah, 50,000. And I like what Rich Turner said. He was talking about you also want to get out the hood. Quick story. I grew up in Fresno, California, kind of a rough area, lots of gangs, right? And then I was out, moved to San Luis Obispo I was there for about 4 years, and I was doing very well for myself. Now, I actually got a chance to see Nipsey Hussle about, I want to say 3 months before he passed. And I always never wanted to go back to my home city. But then, I started seeing what Nipsey was doing and how he was taking care of his community. And it started to inspire me to go back. So I was actually planning on doing some work out there. But then that's when he actually passed. Somebody deleted him. So that was like a huge reminder to me. It's like, you don't want to go back to that. You already know what's there. You already know what's waiting for you. So when you said that, it really resonated with me, understanding that you do want to go to a safe area. You don't want to hang out in these hoods where you're going to be influenced, or if you have a family, your children are going to be influenced, because it's not just about money. It's actually about a mindset. So with that being said, I just want brothers to start looking more into the global market, start looking more into living abroad and taking that $50,000 and leveraging it. Okay.
Yeah, man, protecting your peace. And I'm glad both of y'all mentioned that hood stuff. That's why I didn't talk about this publicly, but I was upset with Steven Jackson, the ex-basketball player, where he decided just to take a joyride trip to O'Block in Chicago, and he was like promoting it, saying, "Yeah, man, we check in out here." And I'm like, "Brother, what are you doing? Like, what message are you trying to send?" There was no charity being involved. It was nothing about you buying, heaters and air conditioning, something like that. You was just there acting a fool. It didn't make any sense. And somebody in the comments said, Dr. Umar said we ain't supposed to leave the hood. I'm like, brother, his messages is all kind of messed up. But like I said, I support him, but sometimes he's just out of touch in regards to what's going on in the community. And that's another thing. I don't know why the black men who are doing well get tasked with all the responsibility of taking care of the black community. I'm like, that these kids at a wedlock have fathers. Why don't you start there? Why don't you start, why is it always, hey man, you doing well, so bring your ass back to the hood? That makes no sense to me, but that's just me. I'm gonna let you have it, Rich Turner.
Yeah, man, in closing, brother, I saw in the chat earlier, there was someone talking about rent is better than a mortgage. And what I would tell you as a young, nappy-headed kid in the 90s, in the height of the crack epidemic in the West Dallas housing projects, bro, I never thought that I would have some of the options that I have today. Not because I'm rich and wealthy and none of that stuff, but I never thought I would be able to. I was looking at apartment complexes in Birmingham. So imagine if you can take equity from your home and buy an apartment complex, and you have a 20-something unit building. Every unit is Section 8, and you pay like clockwork every month, right? We're just talking about options, you know what I mean? But the other piece too, and I'll land my plane here, brothers, as you begin to progress, you are going to begin to interact with people who don't look like you, don't come from the same places you do, going to be of different races, different cultures. And some of those folks, in my case, they ended up being mentors, right?
Yeah.
So I would be lying to you, brother, Media Man, and to the chat if I said that most of the people that helped me look like me. You know what I mean? A lot of them looked very, very different. But I had the grit and I had the toughness, and I was humble, and I worked hard, and I competed with everybody around me, you know, regardless of race, regardless of where they came from. And I was blessed to be surrounded by brilliant people that came from West Point, that came from the Naval Academy at Annapolis. Matter of fact, one of my mentors just texted me right now. I'm gonna be on his podcast. I'm not going to shout it out, but I'm going to be on his podcast.
Oh no, go ahead. You good? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's called The Price of Admission, and he's kind of tied in with Jocko Winlick and a lot of those guys. But he and I work
love
together,
Jocko.
right? But he and I work together in the industry, and he was my boss at one point. He's become a good friend now. We just had dinner last week or the weekend. So you're gonna begin to get in the rooms with people who don't look like you, people who may be smarter than you, or they may find that you are smarter than them. So I would say just have your mind ready so that whenever you do start to earn that income, and in order to have as many options as possible, sometimes you're going to be surrounded by people from different walks of life. And if you're doing it right and you're thinking smart, then you'll capitalize on all of those opportunities.
Yeah, man, I appreciate every point that you made. I agree with 100%. And I have the same situation in regards to my mentors. They all don't look the same, different races, different genders, things of that nature. But you learn those things in the military. You have to work with these people, right?
Yeah.
And I always joke. I say, yeah, I missed some of my best racist years being in the military where I'm supposed to be racist, but now I got, all races of men who I consider brothers, So I'm like, man, yeah. So I think it was a good thing, But then to your point about the housing market, as you guys know, I'm getting ready to rent this house out. But what they have to do, my realtors, they sent me a comparative market analysis on my home. They have to get you prepared. They get all this stuff together. So they have to show you what you would get for renting, and then also if you was to sell your house. I bought this house in October 2021. I bought this home for $363,000, right? Y'all hear that? My value range for this home, the end of it, or the value range is $468,000 to $519,000. That is the value range of my house, and I have not been in this house. I built this house in October. I ain't even been 2 years yet. So what does that tell you guys? I'm just going to leave it right there and help you understand how buying homes when the equity works, right? And just to keep it simple, if I was to sell my house for $519,000, I mean, do the math. What is that? 363, almost 150,000, something around there. So yeah, just want to be clear. And if I would, like you said, you put that money into another house, and you good. That's how you build
multi-unit, duplex, triplex, apartment complex.
Thank you. So I'm just trying to put things in. I'm looking at it right now. If I would have put out some of the pertinent information, I would have put it up on the screen. But I'm reading it out right now. So yeah, so I have my meeting at the end of this week, and I will give you guys an update in regards to what's going on and how the renting process works, right? And I also, like I said, I don't want to stunt, like you said, but I'm gonna get some of my statements from my house that I own in Maryland, and how much I actually earn and paying off, right, from my rental property. So yeah, just want to put things into perspective just to help y'all out. So this was a great stream. I appreciate you coming up, Rich Turner. This was amazing, man. Thank you, good brother. And I'm gonna make sure I check out that stream with you and your boy. If you could, please send me a link to that so I can check it out. I'm definitely going. If it's gonna be on your page, I'll just check it there. So
yeah, it'll be on his Spotify. He has about 40,000 on Spotify, but I'll shoot it to you. I don't want to plug it on this side because this is kind of where I play at and have a chance to let my hair down. Over there, since I have a lot of my coworkers and mentors and people that work for me, people that I've worked for, and these guys are like executives at Walmart, executives
cool.
for Target. Now I try to keep that one clean and neat and tidy over there. Here, I try to hide the medicine and the candy, so you may hear a little ratchetness every now and then,
Yeah.
but you know.
Hey, we all got a little bit in us.
Well, hey, brother, I appreciate you having me on, brother. You have a good night, brother.
Have a good night.
Absolutely.
All right, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this live stream. This was amazing. Some jewels. But ultimately, you're gonna make your own decisions. I'm just trying to help this be an easier process for you in regards to generating more wealth, and increase your income so you can support a family. Because at the end of the day, I don't think most men want to be alone, right? And that could either be in the form of marriage or just having a partner, companionship, long-term something, right? Nobody hates women over here. We love women. We just got to make better decisions in regards to the women that we decide to call our wives and call our long-term partners or whatever y'all want to, talk about. So yeah, so that's all this was. Hopefully you learned something. Thank you. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the mods. Quiet Storm, appreciate that, good brother. Thank you for showing up and hooking your boy up. And also Mona D, as always, appreciate you coming up and modding the show for me. And let me call out Ghost-O-Matic. I didn't. I didn't get you in there, man, but I got to put you on the screen just to let you know I see you. Andre Miller, an American man is Clark Kent in the U.S. and Superman around the world. We really need to travel. Yeah, that's something that Patrice O'Neal actually said after his visit to Brazil. He used to have trips to Brazil throughout the year, and he said that it's actually funny animated skit. I'm gonna actually post it and use it in one of my videos on Monday so you guys can see that. But yeah, appreciate y'all coming through. Eclectic Agitator, thank you for coming in. Thank you guys for all the super chats. They really mean a lot. Like I said, sometimes I have to remove something out of my day-to-day activities to do these live streams. So every time you guys send the super chats, that lets me know that the decision that I made to do a live stream was definitely something that is beneficial to me. And also the education portion. Always happy to get this information out to you guys. So yes, so we'll be back Monday. I got a great show lined up. I'm gonna kind of ease off the pedal on the guys. I'm trying to focus on something else, but it definitely will be something educational that we all can enjoy. So y'all have a great rest of the week. Enjoy your night. Please be safe. Make sure you eat well, go to the gym, and we will be back on Monday for a great show. So thank you. Medium Man out. Peace.